everyone. Welcome back to Nicole Myths, Astrology and Tarot. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, please know I have no filter and I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm a very raw and real reader. So if that is not your thing, you've got kids around, just don't appreciate those kinds of messages. I am always very respectful of that, which is why I give you the opportunity to sign off now, because I just don't know what can come out of my mouth. Okay, I got a stellium in Sag and Mercury is in it retrograde. That's my natal chart. So I give fair warning. My Cancer moon and rising understands. All right, so we are going to go through each zodiac sign really quickly for May. If you want to know your actual May forecast, I have playlists. I have playlists for each of the zodiac signs. And in January, I did a month-to-month forecast for the entire year for every zodiac sign. All right. And all of the timestamps for each month are in the description of each video. So if you want your actual forecast for your sun sign, moon sign, ascendant, rising sign, Jupiter, North Node, whatever it is that you want to watch, Venus, it is all there in the playlist, okay? Each zodiac sign has its own playlist, and they each have their own forecast and their own timestamps, all right? So you can check it out there. This, however, is just a quick check-in for each zodiac sign, okay? It could be for you, and it could count for cross-watchers of other signs as well. All right, it's the intention that you get whatever information you need in your highest good forever, now, and always. All right, I do have a new familiar in the house. He may or may not make an appearance. He has yet to jump up on my table while I'm reading, but you never know. So his name is Figaro. So here we go. We're going to start with Aries and go straight through to Pisces. Matter of fact, let me get a piece of paper and I will timestamp them all so that if you catch the replay, you can just simply shoot to whatever it is. I'll put it in the comments, all right? Usually it's in the video description, but it will be in the comments. I will pin it there. Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aqua, and Pisces. All right. So here we go. Make sure to drop a like, leave a comment if it resonates, let me know. All right. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss any of the cool stuff that I post on my channel. I promise you it will all be no filter. No sugarcoating. With plenty of raw, real honesty. All right. Because I read how I read. You've been forewarned. You've been forewarned. All right. Aries. Spirit, please, what is going on with Aryan energy for March? Okay. So Aries energy. It looks like Aries is tired of no results. They're over no results. They're over not having wish fulfillment. The loss of whatever dream they have. I think they realize that whatever they're doing, it's not creating the outcome they want. And they're going to have to create or seize the opportunity. I also think they're holding on to an old story. And I'm feeling like it's with themselves. Old patterns. Which is why they're not creating a new outcome. I do feel like I do feel like their heart space is like, over here. Do this over here. This idea, you know, like I think that a part of your intuition is like really focusing on what it wants to manifest, but you might be a little lost in your head, Aries. All right. For the month of May, or at least in this moment. In divine time, whenever you catch this, right? All of my readings are in divine time. If you watch anything on my channel, just take it in divine time. I don't care when I recorded it. All right. Yeah, 7 of Swords, 10 of Wands. I feel like you're kind of... Aries, you might be lying to yourself, telling yourself something isn't worth it, or you can't do it, like this defeatist kind of mentality. I think you got to ask yourself where that comes from. Like, who taught you that you can't manifest what you want? Who told you you're not capable of change? Who told you you can't be the leader of your life, right? Who told you that? Because they're wrong. They're wrong. All right, so Arian energy for the month of May. I definitely feel like they're sick and tired of their old self. Okay, they're sick and tired of their old ways, their old self, and their old manifestation, and I think they're focusing on being reborn into a King of Wands, powerhouse energy, right? Willpower and determination are needed. All right, for Aries. For Taurus, Spirit, please, what is going on with Taurian energy? What is going on with Taurian energy? Those with strong or significant Taurian placements in their charts. What is going on with Taurus and Taurian energies? Also thinking a lot. Oh, Taurus. I say, oh, Taurus, because I feel like Taurus has a whole lot of love and they just want to give it. And right now, they have no one to give it to. Or the person they wanted to give it to. Wasn't understanding their love language. To be fair, Taurus, you may or may not have listened to them. I think maybe you were so focusing, I think you were maybe so focused on loving them the way that you thought they deserved to be loved, that you weren't actually you weren't possibly listening to what they were communicating in the way they wanted to be loved, right? Like maybe you were so stuck on loving them the way that you express love or appreciate love that you weren't actually listening to what they were saying. Like reading between the lines. Yeah, because I feel like you've got a lot to give and you want to give, but I feel like you're kind of still on a past person. If you really do want this person, you're gonna have to dive pretty deep through your own confusion or clear up confusion for them. Like if they didn't understand your love language or where you were coming from type thing, like you might need to explain how much you actually love them and all of the things you were doing that meant that. And that you're sorry you missed their cues, right? that you're possibly not the most intuitive book on the shelf, and because, you know, High Priestess reversed, and because you have a hard time taking what might be blatantly obvious hints to them, you might have a problem actually hearing it, which sucks, because I know people say it, especially water signs, all the time, like, I shouldn't have to tell you, you should just know, because water signs do. You don't have to tell a water sign, they just know, like, they intuit what your needs are or what you mean. They have a way of doing that, and they get really frustrated and short with people that are not as intuitive as them. They can't help it. But I feel like you might need to explain that to someone, because if you can't go, if you really are stubborn and don't want to go back and fix it, you know, and communicate whatever, you know, your shortcomings may have been, and try and resolve it, then you really do got to move on and let this go. Like, if you got a lot of love to give, but you're not willing to have that conversation or exchange, then you really do just need to move on and let it go. Like, if you weigh the pros and cons about somebody, if the pros outweigh the cons, like, have that communication, or you know what I mean, don't fucking complain about it. But if the cons really do outweigh the pros in the long term, then stop fucking stressing yourself. All right, stop stressing yourself. I feel like you lost a Queen of Cups. I feel like you might be grieving a Queen of Cups energy. Someone who is very intuitive and nurturing. Someone who is possibly jealous and needs a lot of reassurance. Okay. They might have like a Scorpio placement. Scorpio Venus, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio South Node, Scorpio whatever. You know what I mean? They might have a little jealous streak. And it's probably not your fault or anything you're doing. It might be past stuff, but they just need a lot of reassurance or affection and shit like that, because that's their love language. Like, you could take them out to dinner all you want. You know what I mean? But if there's no genuine sensual foreplay before anything else, like, they did. Trust me. Affection and consideration is their love language. Water signs, Queen of Cups. They like to be emotionally and sensually pampered. Okay. You can buy them diamond rings and all kinds of things. They're the kind that would appreciate it more if you sang them a song about them and how wonderful they are. All right. Gemini. Gemini, what is going on? The Gemini energy. Poetry works too. Just saying. Water signs love that shit. All right, Gemini. What is going on, Spirit, with Gemini and energy for the check-in? People with strong or significant Gemini in placements in their charts. What is going on with Gemini? All right, we got an ace, a knight, 2 10s, and a queen. 1 1 1. Gemini. 9 of coins on the bottom. Emperor on top. Interesting. Listen, the way these cards play out, I think there was a whole lot of love given at one point. And then someone, a knight energy, possibly divine masculine energy, was not emperor status yet. Okay. And a Queen of Wands, right? Feminine fire. walked like 10 steps ahead. Okay. You can see all of these cards. All right. Literally was like 10 steps ahead. And now the Knight of Swords is looking at the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is just going along her merry way. Or her taking all of her magic with her. Okay. Yeah, Gemini looks pissed. I mean, I'm assuming, Gemini, that this Knight of Swords, because it's suited in air, is your own divine masculine within energy. But Knight of Swords looks pretty pissed. The flowers they're holding are wilted. And the Queen of Wands is walking off and all the flowers are blooming around her. You know what I mean? I think, Gem, with these double tens, swords and wands, you might have been left single with the 9 of coins on bottom, which really is a victory, whether you realize it or not, to start a new foundation, because you needed a tower moment. You needed a tower moment via loss. Because emotional maturity and intuition was probably the issue. Queen of Cups, wow, under that. King and Queen of Cups with the High Priestess in between. I think this Sagittarian energy, Leo energy, Aryan energy, right? Whoever this fire queen is, this fiery feminine, especially if they have a fuck ton of water in their chart, just because of what's underneath of it. I think you might have felt betrayed by this person, when I think whoever this Queen of Wands was, I think they saw right through you. I think they saw right through you to the bigger picture, and you were so stuck on the reality and the things you wanted right now that you didn't see the long-term vision that the Queen of Wands was holding. Especially if it is a Sag, because you're polar signs, right? Your polarities, sister signs. I think a Sag or could be another fiery energy. I'm just really feeling Sag, especially with the 10 of Wands. I feel like someone saw the long term of what your energy was doing. And there was a whole lot of love there. Ace of Cups, a whole lot of love there. But when you didn't see the bigger picture, I think the Queen of Wands just kept moving forward. And left you kind of like, what the fuck? And pissed. But I think really who you're mad at is really yourself. I think it's the self-betrayal. I think it's the lack of sight. I think maybe you might have been too nearsighted. And I feel like you weren't necessarily paying attention to what this fire sign was trying to tell you about either yourself or the manifestation that you were creating for yourself. I do feel like someone knew in advance, okay? And I feel like it was definitely the Queen of Wands. You might have needed a humbling, Gem. And I think for the time you're seeing this, May, we're in divine time, I think you might be recognizing that, or having a really hard time swallowing it and accepting it, one or the other. Either you're seeing your own self-betrayal and the burden that you've put on yourself now that this person has moved forward, or you're suffering out the energy exactly as the Queen of Wands saw that you would, if you know, not having listened to what they were saying. I do feel like this Queen of Wands is benevolent. Okay, I do feel like they're benevolent. I don't feel any toxic or negative energy off of them. And to be fair, I don't think they're affected by whatever energy you're in either. Not now and not when they left. I don't think it fazed them at all. I think they saw way in advance. Okay, and the whole thing was to get you in your divine masculine energy, your true masculine energy, right? Because you're coming in like a knight, and you needed a serious upgrade, right? A serious upgrade. And I think the Queen of Wands and their magic, their magical self, their magical energy, magical gifts, whatever you want to call it, knew exactly what was needed, right? The spiritual prescription. All right. So Cancer. Cancerian energies, please. Spirit, what are the Cancerian energies going on? For those who catch this in divine time, for this check-in. What's the energy going on with Cancer? Those with strong or significant Cancerian placements. All right. Hanged Man on the bottom. Empress on top. Well, well. All right. So Cancer, I feel like you're in your divine receptive energy and you know it. And I think you're being super patient because you're holding things in higher perspective and you're listening to your intuition. It's almost like the reality could show you anything it wanted to show you. People can say whatever they want to say. They can do whatever they're doing. And I think intuitively you are seeing right through their energy, okay? You're feeling right through it. I think your intuition right now is crazy on point. Crazy on point. Let that be divine confirmation for you, okay? I feel like you could trust your intuition 100%. I feel like if you're in this, well, let's wait and see mode, there's a reason. If you're not jumping on something, there's a reason. If you're hesitant, there's a reason. You might not know what the reason is, but you know it's not in alignment. Okay? Someone might be claiming that they're changed, they're all better, they're doing great, and it's a bold-faced fucking lie. And you know it. Like they're claiming to have Jesus Christ energy and they're full of shit, okay? That's what I feel like. And you're feeling right through it. You're calling bullshit. Maybe not outright. You might let them continue to bullshit you, like whatever they're saying and doing, like, go ahead, keep bullshitting me. I fucking know. I know you're bullshitting me. I'm not buying it. You know what I mean? Just letting them play their fucking game. I feel like someone makes a lot of big talk promises. Big talk promises. Tries coming off like they're so emotionally mature, and you just fucking know. You fucking know. If you're in like a mental prison, rock hard place with like a King of Cups energy, someone who's got strong Piscean energy in their chart, someone who's wishy-washy, says one thing but means another, says one thing but does another, keeps secrets, tells you only what you need to know or what they want you to know, I think you fucking know. And I think there's a reason why you're not moving or changing your opinion about this person. There's a reason why your opinion is what it is and it's not changing. This might be a sacred soulmate, someone that you've known for a lot of years or someone you go way back with. They might have significant Piscean placements in their chart. Pisces moon. Other Pisces wounding place, like malefic placements or challenges to their house of Pisces. But I feel like with this Queen of Swords, your heart sees the fucking truth so hard. It's almost like you're giving them the sword that they're going to stab themselves with type thing. Like if you go into like Japanese, what is it, like old tradition in war, like if a general got captured or something like that, like instead of being taken prisoner, they could, you know, take the katana and kind of do themselves in because of their lack of being able to serve in their highest duty in their position. They don't want to be shameful or dishonor. I feel like you're giving someone the sword, like death before dishonor, motherfucker. I think you're laying it to rest, to be completely fair. I think you intuitively know this person is a distraction, an emotional distraction. Eight of Wands clarified by the Three of Cups. I think they pull on your heartstrings. They pull on your emotions. They try and use your emotions against you when your intuition tells you better. I feel like whoever this person is, I feel like they are keeping secrets, and that's dishonorable. And I think you are aware of it. And to be completely fair, I do think you're fucking cold about it. I think you don't give a shit. Like all the emotional strings they're trying to pull on, like it's not working. I think you see right fucking through them. It ain't working. That's Cancer. It ain't fucking working. They're trying to play on your heartstrings, your emotional good graces. But you know. You know they've got secrets. They're not being fucking real with you, which is a no-go. Which is a fucking no-go. That's a no-go for Cancer. All right, Leo. Leo. Spirit, please, what is going on? Leo energies for the check-in. Those with significant Leo placements in their charts. What is going on with Leo energy? What is going on with Leo? Leo energy. Leo, I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel like this is for Leo suns. I feel like this is for Leo placements. Take it how it resonates, but I'm not actually feeling Leo sun signs. I'm definitely feeling Leo placements. Okay. So Leo, if this is your, you know, if you're watching Leo as your sun sign, check your moon sign or your rising sign. Venus sign, Jupiter, any other sign, because I really don't feel like this is Jupiter suns. I feel like this is Jupiter placements, or Leo placements. Might be significant if you have a Jupiter in Leo. We got a lot of feminine energy here. Could be Leo Mercury, could be Pisces, could be any water sign, because we got the King and Queen of Cups here. We've got a Queen of Wands in the reverse. If anything, Leo, I don't feel like you were listened to. We got a lot of water and a lot of earth here. Couple of swords. Like the only fire out here is the Queen of Wands and it's in reverse. If anything, Leo, I think you're fucking pissed. But Leo placements, I'm feeling like someone took a break. I think someone took a break from you. You might have been overthinking, overly cautious with your fortune. When I say with your fortune, I feel like it could be a person, like a blessing, because the Wheel of Fortune is underneath the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Coins. I feel like you were overthinking a blessing. You might have been overcalculating, right? These Leo placements might have been overcalculating and ended up alone, especially if they have strong Virgoian energy in their chart, because we got the Hermit under there. Your Jupiter placement might be significant as to who you are dealing with, who your blessing was, right? Because I had that slip of the tongue about Jupiter. I think whoever you were actually dealing with, your Jupiter placement might be significant to know what their sign is, because I feel like they were your blessing. I think you were overthinking blessing, and now you've been put in timeout. Someone that you were possibly planning on owning a home with or buying a home with, because we got the Ten of Coins reversed, and you don't necessarily know what went wrong, and I think it's because the ideal was not the reality, and there was definitely either secrets or indulgence. This Queen of Cups here, I feel like, and it's reminding me of Temperance energy, because Temperance, you always see the angel pouring one into another, because it's, you know, the alchemist pours one cup into another, and that's what this Queen of Cups is doing with the jug and the cup here. Whatever this Leo placement is, I feel like you were looking at potentially a fire sign or someone with significant fire in their chart. Like they weren't making an effort when they were. Or they straight up went reverse and lost their shit, or, you know, pulled out the nuclear option and went, you know, fucking off kilter because efforts weren't being made towards the ideal. Not efforts where it counted. Like you could have been saving money, you could have been getting your credit score in line type thing, but the dynamic in the relationship, the effort wasn't being put in to keep whoever it was around to where they'd want to live long term with you. the relationship effort was lost. I think with this energy here, the Queen of Cups being clarified by the Five of Cups and the Magician, because the Magician is looking up, right, at the different elements here. The sword, the pentacle, the wand, and the cup. But the way they're looking up, it does look like it's like, oh, Holy Grail on the cup. And it's the Queen of Cups, right? It's that cup that she filled. I think, especially if they have strong Geminian or Virgoian energy with the Magician, if that is significant in their chart or yours, I feel like whoever has the strong Geminian energy took the loss of this Holy Grail cup that the Queen of Cups was pouring. I think someone had it and lost it. And this could be what led up to this moment now that needs to be recognized, or this is what's going on in divine time and hasn't happened yet. Take it in the tense that resonates and makes sense. But I feel like someone's on timeout for being in their head and overthinking about their blessing, being super analytical, detached even, emotionally detached, because like I said, there's a lot of coins here, earth, and there's a lot of water, but it's mostly suited, and the only other thing out here is swords, really. The only fire is that Queen of Wands, and that's reversed. Someone was not in touch with their actual passion or their soul desire. And I think someone lost a very compassionate and considerate, nurturing type person whose love and or efforts was the Holy Grail, and I think that was lost. Like, this might be the one that got away. Okay, I might be talking about someone who was legit dealing with the one that got away. But whatever cup they offered, however this resonates with you, whatever cup they offered, that in itself is where the lesson lies. To integrate that into your own being. Like, this person came in to show you what that looks like, because I feel like that was lacking. That's the energy that was lacking in your own makeup, and they were showing you so that you could witness them. They were showing you how to do that so that you can take it and move forward now into whatever relationship you end up in next. Because when you fucking lose the Holy Grail, yo, you lost the Holy Grail. And now if you want anything, you're like that dynamic, you're going to have to learn to become it. All right. You're going to have to learn to become it, because I think you're going to be on a spiritual timeout until then. Like, whatever 10 of coins you want, the home, you know, stable relationship that you want, I think you're going to constantly be trapped in your head about it until you learn how to become more like the Queen of Cups. I think there's a reason why someone went ballistic on you, or lost their shit, or cut you off, or burned a bridge, right? Take it how it resonates. It could be the other way around, just take it how it resonates. All right, they're general readings. Someone definitely was the Holy Grail and burned that fucking bridge. Someone knew they were a fucking blessing, and someone was like overthinking them. And they're just like, bruh. I am the Holy Grail. Like, I am the blessing you were praying for. I know I am. And the other person was like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't treat them like they're the blessing. Maybe I should breadcrumb them. Maybe I should be cold towards them, see if they stick around, and let's test them a little bit. Let's test them, test their love, test to see if they're real. And the Queen of Cups was like, yo. The divine feminine energy, right? Queen of Wands reverse, Queen of Cups. I feel like that energy was like, yo. If you can't fucking see my colors, then you blind, and I can't make a blind person see. You know what I mean? For real. All right, so Virgo. Virgo. All right, Spirit, please. What is going on with this check-in with Virgo and Virgoian energy? What is going on with Virgo and Virgoian energy? What is going on for Virgo and those with significant Virgo placements in their charts? I hate seeing that card. That might be my least favorite card in the entire deck. What else? Clarities, please. Give me one more. Man. Virgo, you're acting like you're good on your own. Like you're fine. You don't need anybody. But you either are or have lost a serious sacred soulmate. You might have been way too focused on money or the manifestation. Like things revolving around money energy. It's almost like you had a list of expectations. Look at this. The King of Coin right on top of the deck is holding a fucking list. A list of expectations. And the Five of Swords is on the bottom. And I think it completely fucking torched a new beginning. Where a victory. I think you killed it before the victory. I think the victory was so close. I think the victory was so close. Like you were so close and then went into self-sabotage mode with your expectations instead of just letting it flow and be what it was meant to be. World card on the Four of Coins. I think you were major fixed and or stubborn, trying to hold control and lost it because Four of Coins is reversed. World is fixed energy. I think you lost control. I think something ended and it was because you were holding it too tightly. I think you were trying to control it. Six of Cups clarified by the Five of Cups for 11 cups. Sacred soulmate, the loss or the grieving of it. You might be going through a process of mastering your emotions, mastering your empathy, your consideration of other people, because I think you were lying to yourself about what you were intuitively sensing. Seven of Swords clarified by the High Priestess. I think if you have stronger significant Piscean energy in your chart, your demons might have been playing games with you. And they're fucking laughing their ass off right now. I think you lied to yourself. I think you kept saying, no, I feel like they are, I feel like they are, I feel like they are, when they really weren't. Like, like, for example, You could have sworn up and down that someone is cheating on you, and they would never in a million years fucking cheat on you ever. But you swear they are. You have this feeling. You have this feeling that they are. And it's like your demons are playing tricks on you. And so you set up a list of expectations to try and prove that what you were sensing or intuiting wasn't true, you know what I mean? And yet, it's like once you have an opinion or a belief about somebody, it's really hard to switch it. It's really hard to switch it. Like if you think somebody is using you, but you have no fucking proof that they're using you, that person who is not using you that you think is, there's nothing that person can do or say to prove that they're not using you, because that's your belief. And you hold that belief with no reason. Seven of Coins with the Devil. You weren't, in the reverse Nine of Coins, you weren't seeing results. And so your demons were running away with it. It's almost like the victory was so fucking close, but it wasn't there yet. And so your demons started playing games with you, telling you it's not going to happen, this or that. And you straight up sabotaged yourself. You might be thinking you're meant to be with someone. And you've got this list of everything that would make it perfect that they would have to do to make it work. And Spirit's like, what are you making a list of expectations for? If they were meant to be with you, like they would. And they don't need your list of expectations. You don't even need to express that, because they're either going to meet them or they're not. Like, what are you thinking about changing someone for, or giving them a list to make them different than they are? Either they fit your expectations or your wants or desires, or they don't. And your demons might be telling you, well, they need to fit these expectations, they need to fit this, they need to do that in order for it to work. I have to tell them. And Spirit's like, if it's a fit, if it's a circle and it fits inside a circle hole, you don't need to tell the circle to be a circle. It's already a circle. But if it's a square peg and you're telling it, you know, you have to shave down your corners and you have to be perfectly round and you can't have any little points or anything jutting out, because you won't fit just perfectly inside my head, inside my vision. The square peg is like, don't fucking cut me down. Don't fucking change me. I'm not meant for your circle hole. Obviously, I gotta find a fucking square. Obviously, we're not a fit. I feel like the Devil, looking at this card, it's almost like the masculine energy inside of you wants the feminine of someone else to cater to them, to prove it. To prove that you're making the right choice moving forward. You want someone to prove your ability to move forward with them. And I feel that's what caused the loss of whoever it is. Your expectations on them, wanting them to prove it. Prove I can move forward with you. Prove this is long term. Prove it. I think your intuition maybe already fucking knew that you could. I think your intuition either knew flat out that you either could or you couldn't. And either way, I feel like you were lying to yourself. If you knew in your soul that it could work, I think you lied to yourself that it couldn't. And I think if you knew in your soul that it couldn't, I think you lied to yourself that it could. Either way, I think your intuition knew and you were trying to prove. And that's not someone else's fault, that's yours. Because that means you didn't trust yourself. You didn't trust your own intuition. You didn't trust your intuition if they were the one. And you didn't trust your intuition if they weren't the one. Either way. And that's what caused this loss. Whatever this loss is. Okay? I don't care how much you wanted them to be the one in your mind, right? If they're not the one and you had a feeling, if you just had a feeling, I don't care what the attraction was, your intuition, you could have desired the fuck out of someone. And that could have been your Lilith energy on Venus or something playing a fucking cruel joke on you. Like, if you don't know astrology, I hope you choose to learn. Because it will fucking spare you. It will spare you. There's beautiful placements when people feel like they've met the love of their life. There's beautiful placements that make that shit fucking true. And then there's fucking shadow placements that like to pretend that's what it is. It's not. It's a fucking nightmare. Or would never fucking work, right? Your fucking demons got the better of you on something. And they're having a fucking field day. All right. Libra. Here we go. Libra and Libran energy. Right? Those with strong or significant Libran placements in their charts. What is going on with Libra and those with significant Libran energy in their charts? What is going on with Libra energy? Libra. Clarity, please. Like, I knew May was going to be a doozy of a month looking at the astrology, but maybe this is why I was guided to do a check-in. All right. Libra, this might be especially significant if you have strong Gemini energy in your chart, or if you're a Virgo, Libra cusp, because we have the Magician on top. Could also be significant if you also have a Piscean, strong Piscean placement, especially a Pisces moon, because the moon is a Pisces card, and we have the Judgment here. Could indicate strong or significant Scorpionic energy. Libra. I feel like you're holding on to something materially. Something material. It could be actual finances. It could be a place to live. It could be an asset, like a possession. I think you're holding on to something that you need. I think you know you need to let go of it. I think you know you need to let go of it. I think what you want is the ultimate love, the ultimate truth, the ultimate soul desire fulfilled, the highest life. But you need to understand your whole fucking chart to do that. Okay? Because I'm just being drawn to the fact that the entire wheel of astrology, the zodiac, is hovering around the magician. Like a halo. I think you need to understand your astrology. You might really need to understand your birth chart. If that's what you want to manifest, I think you really need to understand your chart. If you're guided, reach out to me. You can message me on Etsy. Because I feel like you're holding on to something. And it's weird because I'm almost getting like this Cinderella vibe. Like, life has treated me so horrible. Where's my happy ending, right? Where's the fairy tale? I think the fact of the matter is you haven't chosen it yet. Now, I do feel like you have an opportunity to claim a victory over your moon sign or your childhood wounds. I think that you might, or either you do or have learned to judge certain feminine energy harshly when really it needs to be elevated. Okay. Especially if there is a twin flame dynamic present in your life or has crossed your path. If you've never heard of twin flames before, never even heard the term before, then that message is not for you. But for those of you who the term twin flame has crossed your path, this is asking you to seriously heal some dark feminine wounds. We're talking challenges to the 4th house. We're talking Black Moon Lilith. We're even talking challenges to Selene and Venus energy. Like, if you want a victory, you have to champion. If you want a victory with the 6 of Wands, then you really do have to champion your shadows. You have to champion your shadows. And it's where you have wounds in regards or judgment to feminine energy. Whether it be your mother or other females in your life. If you're a man, it could definitely be baby mamas or exes, like ex-partners, friends, females. Like, you might have some serious fucking wounds surrounding feminine energy that need to be rewired in the psyche. Like, if you drink, there's a reason why you drink. And it's because things from the past are unhealed and it needs to come up and be resolved, because we got the 7 of Cups with the Judgment card. The Judgment is Scorpionic energy. It does rule addictions. It does rule the deep buried area of things, the things we try and, you know, claim are dead but aren't, and we drink over it. We try and escape it. We're confused by it, and so we ignore it instead of facing it. 5 of Swords on the 6 of Coins. I think you are fighting with someone over... I think you're fighting or arguing with someone over the imbalance of give and take energy exchange. okay? Either you have or are or will, right? Take it in the tense that resonates. I feel like you might be arguing with someone over what's fair to give, either literally or just energetically speaking. And I think you're overthinking. The Knight of Coins clarified by the King of Swords. I mean, this knight is literally sitting on the horse, looking down with his hand like this, thinking. The Knight of Coins is overly cautious. Won't take a step because he's too afraid to take a step. He's got to think of every possible outcome first. And the King of Swords is hyper analytical. And cold and calculating in their shadow. You might be dealing with this energy in someone else. You might be dealing with it within yourself. It's in your mirror for a reason. Really, between the Moon and the Judgment card, you've got some serious familial, right, family wounds coming up to the surface to heal. Like, whatever you buried deep, whatever you might have refused to look at concerning equal energy exchange, that you would argue with people that something is fair when it's not, because there's 5 forms of currency. I talk about it. There's 5 forms of currency. There's time, there's money, or anything that yields financial benefit, right? Including items and things like that. Like, it's not just what you give that costs money, it's what you give that saves someone money. There's knowledge, which is the sharing of experience and or wisdom. There's love, which is, you know, compassion, consideration, truth, honesty, mercy, like you name it, love energy. And then physical energy, right? Being physically present, showing up to do things, kids, legacy, things like that, right? Things that require the physical body. There's 5 forms of currency, because someone might not be able to treat you and take you out all the time or buy you gifts, but anytime you call them and need them for something, they show up. They're physically present and they're giving you their time. That's 2 forms of currency. So if you take them out to lunch every now and then and they always show up, then that's a fair exchange. You can't get pissed at this person. Well, I'm always treating them and they're never treating me. How often do they call you up because they need you physically present to do something to help them? It's balanced. If anything, it might be uneven in favor of their physical time and presence. Like, someone could put a roof over your fucking head, but if you're telling the truth and you're an honest person and you're loyal and committed, that's all love currency. And all they're doing is putting a roof over your head, and they're not giving the same love currency. They're just taking it and they're not being honest and they're not, you know, being considerate and shit like that. Well, I'm sorry, that person who's putting the roof over whoever's head that's being honest and loving and considerate is in debt. Energetic debt. Love is the silver dollar of the coins of currency, okay? Money energy is pennies. I think someone is major overthinking and being cold and calculating. Highly super analytical. To be completely fair, their overthinking might leave them really fucking tired, because I'm just noticing the bags under this King of Swords eyes, okay? You'll be dealing with a masculine air or earth sign. Especially because we got earth and air here. And earth and air here. All right, so if it's not you, that might be who you're dealing with, or at least the energies that you're dealing with in each other's charts. I definitely feel like there's some kind of addiction here and or serious fucking delusion. Because the Seven of Cups can be confusion or delusion. And to be fair, it could be both. Someone could be completely confused and delusional and possibly drinking or escaping in some other way, some other substance. If you choose forms of escapism, Libra, like now is the time to get crystal clear and stop. Because I feel like with the Judgment card coming underneath of that, there's karma attached to debauchery and excess and indulgence in escapism. I don't care what your reason is for your escapism. If it's an addiction, your addiction is convincing you to continue being an addict. Okay. You should stop. You should stop. You need to be clear. You need to be clear. All right, that's Libra. Scorpio. Scorpio. What is going on, Spirit? Please. With Scorpio and Scorpionic energy, those who have stronger significant Scorpion placements in their chart. What is going on with Scorpio? Scorpio energy, and those with significant placements in their chart. What is going on with Scorpio? Thank God someone's reading started off really fucking nice. Let's hope it stays that way. What is going on with Scorpio and Scorpionic energy? All right, clarities, please. All right, Scorpio. Looking at these cards, I feel like you might have been through a lot. I think you know you've been through a lot. I think the last thing you want to do is go through more. Okay. You do not need to be jealous, and you do not need to spy despite the temptation to. Despite any temptation to. I think you might be afraid to communicate how you really feel. I think you might be in your head about it a little bit because we got the Knight of Cups clarified by the Eight of Swords. And we have the Star card clarified by the Five of Cups. I think you've healed through a lot of loss. I don't think you have to fear losing all of your progress. I think that you're holding yourself in control because you don't want to emotionally flood. I think you're purposefully holding back just a little bit. I don't think that you're being dishonest. I think you have more feelings than you're willing to speak about, because I think you learned from past that if you have really strong feelings and express them right away, it tends to diminish the unfolding of the mystery or the growth process between you and other people. Like too much too soon. Scorpio is a water sign and it's very intense, right? Scorpionic energy is known for being really intense. And I think you've learned from your past to curb your intense feelings because most people can't handle it. They don't know what to do with it. They get flustered or they ghost or they pull back because you were so open. You know what I mean? People get nervous and they clam up. And I think you've learned to curb your own intensity, which yields this Ace of Wands with the Three of Wands and the Emperor. Okay. 4 Wands and the Emperor, which is 4. 44 is a master guardian number. I feel like you've got a fiery new beginning. I think it comes with a lot of passion and energy that clicks. I think you know. I think you know you're about to go on a spiritual trip. And I think you're ready, Scorp. I think you're ready. I think this wounded energy that you experienced in the past is done. Because the World card is underneath of that 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I think your heart knows the truth. I think you know what your wounds are. I think you faced them, dealt with your shadows, went through the confusion and found yourself at a threshold and you refuse to self-betray. I think you're choosing to reinvent yourself instead and take a leap of faith on being a very new version of you that is not all or nothing, but very tempered, okay? Keep it light. And keep yourself a little mysterious. Scorpionic energy. Let the mystery of you serve you well. Let the mystery of you serve you well. It's almost like you've learned that telling everybody everything right off the bat just because you're so excited, you know, takes all the mystery out of it. It's almost like staying a little mysterious makes them want to get to know you more. You know what I mean? When you start letting out the water a little bit at a time to build energy like a dam. You know what I mean? Like you let out just enough water at a time in order to build energy. And you have all of this emotional depth behind you to give, and they want the depth. You know what I mean? Let it build. Oh, Scorpio. Sag. Sag. What is going on? Spirit, please. With Sagittarius. And those with strong or significant Sagittarian placements in their charts, right? Strong or significant Sagittarian placements in their charts. What is going on with Sagittarian energy for this check-in? What is going on with Sag? Clarities, please. Wands and Cups, man. We got the World as the only major arcana here. We've got all Wands and Cups for a total of 12 Cups and 20 Wands. Four of Coins is on the bottom. Wheel of Fortune is on the top. Okay. So Sag. I'm feeling like with the Wheel of Fortune and these cards, really underneath the Four of Coins, there's the Nine of Wands, the Moon, and Judgment. I feel like the underlying issue is that you might be holding on to the fact that it's not even that you're holding on to it. I don't think you realize you're holding on to it. Understand if you got strong Sag placements, okay? Especially if you've got, because I know there's like a period of time where like Sag was in Saturn and Uranus was in Sag, and there was a whole lot of energy moving through Sag, Jupiter and Sag. Like, be aware of your chart, okay? Because there are significant placements, especially if they're challenged. Especially if they're challenged. I feel like there's two separate energies here. And one might be the upside of the wheel, and one might be the downside of the wheel. Because some people might be controlled by this victim, wounded, judgment, familial energy, and some might be in control of it. Okay? Some might be controlled by it, and some might be in control of it. I think you have love and joy within the self that you're standing up for. Okay, Three of Cups clarified by the Seven of Wands. I feel like there's an abundance of love that you feel deserving of. Okay, and you're standing up for yourself with it, that you deserve joy. I also think you might be getting flooded with third-party energies. And when I say third-party energies, I mean people outside of your immediate environment, okay? They're third parties. They're not who you're directly relating to on a regular basis. They're not who you live with, okay? That would not be a third party. If you're living with them, they are not a third party. A third party is someone who is outside your immediate relationship dynamics. And I feel like you might have some of them standing up for you for the sake of your own joy, okay? I feel like you're on this journey releasing burden, because we have the Three of Wands clarified by the Ten of Wands for 13 Wands, and 13 is the number of the Death card. It's transformative energy. I think that someone is aware that you're going through a soul judgment, right, with 20 Wands all together. And there's third parties trying to come in to help release you of the soul burden. Okay. The other half of this reading, I got the Seven of Cups with the World card and the Two of Cups. Someone might be having a seriously hard time, especially because it's fixed energy. It could be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aqua, but it could also be Saturn. Okay. This Seven of Cups, whenever I get the Seven of Cups, it's my debauchery card. It's my access card. It's my possibly drinking yourself out of thinking about things card. I think you need to stop drinking over a soulmate type thing, right? Or stop being so confused over a soulmate. Because I feel like some people who will catch this Sagittarian energy have people coming in, like legit coming in or expressing how much joy you deserve, and they're coming in to show you that, or their actions are straight up in alignment with your joy, whether you realize it or not. They're standing up for you and your soul's healing because they see the value of your soul. And so they're standing up for you to bring joy in or help you find it, especially if you are in this other energy, right? This could be strong Sag placements dealing with strong Sag placements, to be completely fair. You could read that this way. Sagittarian energies dealing with other Sagittarian energies. I feel like one half of the energy sees the bigger picture, and the other half is struggling in not seeing it. They might be really stubborn when it comes to a soulmate, a Two of Cups energy, and that could be romantic, it could be family, it could be a close friend, it could be multiple soulmates who are kind of feeding the fixed or stubborn energy. But it's I can't help but feel like there's drinking involved with this. Okay. Someone who is fixed and stubborn and not seeing the bigger picture, or not seeing the energy coming from person number one. Because this could definitely be a person number one and person number two type reading. Someone is being offered healing and someone is rejecting healing. Okay, that's Sag for the check-in. Whether these people, whether person number one takes the joy and the healing coming in or not, that's entirely up to them, but it is definitely being offered. Whoever is rejecting the healing outright or getting lost in excess because they're stubborn and they have soulmates that are feeding in that stubborn energy, it's almost like they're convincing them to quit. Like, quit on that. Quit on yourself. Quit on your growth. Quit on your evolution. Quit on your highest good path. Quit on it. Stay stuck in your stubbornness. I don't know if this person's coming out of that anytime soon. Okay. That's going to have to be sheer force of will. That's going to have to be like a turn of fate type thing. Or literal planetary alignment would have to bless them out of it. And wake their ass up, like hardcore. They would need a divine intervention. Okay. Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn energy? What's going on with Capricorn and Capricornian energy? Right, those with strong or significant Capricorn placements in their charts. What is going on? Capricorn. Capricorn, I think you got new love present. I think you got new love present. I think you might be choosing between what you want to receive. One is new and one is old. I think you might definitely be a little hung up on the old, even if you're over it. The fact that you'd still be thinking about it, or for example, cross-watching for it, me or anybody else. It's still on your mind or in your energy. You may need to do a sacral chakra clearing if that's the case, because I feel like this old energy, that's closed. I think overthinking the new energy would harm you. If you overthink the new energy because you're still a little stuck mentally or emotionally or psychologically on the old energy, I think you're going to end up losing the new energy, and I don't think the old energy is coming back the way you would prefer it. I think you're getting intuitive pings to allow yourself to receive and give equally with someone new. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Like, choose the new, get the old out of your mind, let it go. That's done. I think if you stay hung up on the old energy that left you feeling like a victim, like you lost out or you're wounded, I think that you'll miss out on the new person, and that wounded victim energy is going to continue. So you need to nip that energy in the butt right now. Don't overthink it. Let the old go. It's fucking done, Cap. It's fucking done. You don't need to lose both. You don't need to go through that. Tell your victim mentality to go fuck itself. Honestly, tell the old victim mentality, the old person, like, it can fuck right off out of your energy. That is the past, and it is done. It is the past, and it is done. It is not serving you to think about it. It's not serving you to miss it. It's not serving you to listen to readings on their signs. Like, whoever is new entering your reality, I feel like that's a go. I feel like that's a go. Go green light, okay? Enjoy whatever new is coming your way, Capricorn. Straight up. There is no other way for me to read those cards. Straight up. Go for the new. Whatever is old. Old person, old situation, old dynamic, whatever it is. Just don't give it another thought. Let it go. It's done. Okay? It'll only repeat painful cycles. Whether you're in it again or hoping for it again, it's only going to cause you fucking suffering. Okay, it'll only cause you pain. Whether you're in it or hoping for it, the outcome is loss, pain, and feeling like you have no one. Okay, feeling like you don't belong anywhere. Staying in that old energy, you're going to feel like you're misplaced in the world. Let that go. All right, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. What is going on with Aquarius and Aquarian energies, right? Those who have strong or significant Aquarian placements in their charts. What is going on with Aquarian energy and those with significant Aquarian placements in their chart? What's going on with Aqua? Got the Ace of Swords coming out strong. There's truth present. Judgment, Scorpionic energy. I just heard no one's innocent. Eight of Swords out now. Six of Cups. What else? Clarities, please. All right. Six of coins on the bottom. Ace of cups on top. The truth is, you're facing a dilemma with the ideal and the real, with the Two of Coins. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Two of Coins. I think your truth is you're fucking juggling an ideal and a reality, and they're not the same. I feel like two people are praying that they're in the right. Possibly staying together. Praying, right? Look at them. They're both standing there in front of the angel, right? Who's pretty much guarding the stairway to heaven, and they're both praying like, please let us up, please let us up. But they're better off alone. Like, you're not getting up in that heaven's gate together type thing. There's two feminine energies here, a Queen of Coins reversed and a Queen of Cups. I think the Queen of Cups, or the watery energy, is the sacred soulmate. I think a Queen of Coin, or someone who is involved in it for the money or a work situation or something that involves coin. I feel like it's mental entrapment. One of them is a mental prison. The two queens. One of them is a mental prison, and that's the Queen of Coin in reverse. Earth energy. And the other is the sacred soulmate, and that's the Queen of Cups, and that's in the upright. I feel like there's only one real love here. There's only one real love here. And I think someone's been getting breadcrumbed in energy. Really, there's another queen under that. Two pages and a Knight of Wands with the Sun card. And the Lover's card. There's, like, the Three of Cups isn't out, but I can't help but feel like there's a third-party situation. Or there was a third-party situation. If there's not currently, then there was one. And even if someone had let go of the Queen of Coin, right, who was a third party, because they were mentally trapped about it, just because someone doesn't know doesn't mean that that shit's not going to weigh heavy on your soul. Like, you've got karma to fucking pay. If someone was in a committed relationship, and was humoring someone else, and thought they got away with it, like, listen, just because your partner didn't catch you doesn't mean the divine didn't. The divine fucking saw. And your energy fucking reflects that. Okay, there is karma to fucking pay. There's a reason why, you know, honor your spouse is like one of the 10 commandments. There is hardcore judgment for that. Especially if you are legally married. I think the 8 and the Ace of Wands, I mean, someone has nightmares or is in high anxiety about what they did. They might even be afraid of karma. Like, when I say someone's fucking praying to get into heaven like it wasn't fucking seen, it was. It was. I feel like two people are better off alone, not with each other, with someone else in general. Someone might be trapped in their mind thinking that someone was only with them for the money or the financial stability, and was emotionally confiding in someone else, becoming emotionally attached or invested in someone else instead of focusing on the emotional investment they needed to make with their partner, or their perspective surrounding their partner. Something's off. And the fact of the matter is, the truth is, the ideal is not the reality. You might both have this fucking idea in your mind or fantasy in your mind that, you know, it's going to be great one day, but the reality is it's not fucking great now, and maybe it hasn't been great for a long time. And so it's like, why are you still sitting there hoping it's going to be great one day? Like, wake the fuck up. The ideal is not the reality. Like, move on. Judgment with the 9 of coin. Like, you're better off single. Whatever behavior is not in alignment with highest good, like if it doesn't feel good, like if it's not in high alignment, like you need to let it go. Like if it feels good to be with someone else or emotionally confide in someone else, like then you should be with someone else. Like that's just the fucking facts. You shouldn't be with who you're with. You're not emotionally invested in them. You're emotionally invested elsewhere, which is as good as fucking cheating. Because you're not working on fixing your problems with your partner then. You're complaining about your problems to someone else and trying to fill your emotional voids with someone else instead of trying to fix them with your partner. You shouldn't be with your partner then. You got growing up to do. Because with all the fucking queens, the only other royalty that was popping up was fucking pages. There's no emperor here. There's no empress here. There's no kings here. Like, this is some childish shit. You want to stay in this energy with this fucking person and hope it's going to be great one day or it's going to get better one day. Like, I'm sorry, you are not walking off that staircase to heaven. Your heart's going to be way too fucking heavy. Your soul's going to be way too fucking heavy at the end. You're going to be right back here. Reincarnated right back here to fucking learn what you didn't learn the first time. It's Aqua. Take it how it resonates. You deserve to be nurtured. You deserve a sacred soulmate who nurtures you. Finances either work or they don't. People are either willing to work on finances together or they're not. But the nurturing has to be there. And if you can't be emotionally open with someone and they can't be emotionally open with you, you're not in a mature relationship. You're in a very surface, superficial, it benefits us both right now, like convenience, a relationship of convenience. You should be able to nurture each other, consider each other, be honest with each other, shift and grow with each other, show mercy and compassion to each other, right? Taking each other into consideration because y'all are emotionally important to each other. Because if it's any other fucking reason that's dictating the relationship, you shouldn't be in it. It's the wrong kind of relationship. That's not how it works. All right, that's not how love works. Love doesn't work because it's financially convenient. That's not love. Financial convenience is not love. What kind of relationship do you want? A real one or a convenient one that has fucking problems, that leaves you mentally trapped because, you know, everything else comes along with it? Insecurity, drama, fucking whatever. Like, financial convenience has nothing to do with love. Not the kind that lasts forever and works out, feels good. You can have a relationship of convenience to the end of your fucking life, but you're going to be stressed the fuck out and you're not going to like it. You're not going to like what you put yourself through. Your free will choice. Like, I ain't going to stop you. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. All right. Pisces. What is going on? Spirit, please. With Pisces. And those with strong or significant Piscean placements in their charts. What is going on with Pisces? Piscean energy. People with strong or significant Piscean placements in their charts. What's going on with Pisces? What is going on with Piscean energies, please, Spirit? This Queen of Cups has been popping up all night, and so is this fucking Seven of Cups. What the hell is this? We got a huge chunk. What is this? This is too much. Pisces, I love you. Okay. We're going to talk about fantasy La La Land for a second. Okay. Because bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands. Okay. This is an internal conflict that is the reason for everything. And I think you know something needs to be new, right? I think you know something needs to be new and fresh. But I think you're internally conflicted. I think you're expecting it from someone else when it's got to be you. Okay. We got the Seven of Cups with the Queen of Cups and the Three of Swords first off. This is confusion, maternal energy. I'm getting strong Cancerian energy, mother energy with the Queen of Cups right now, and Three of Swords, which is broken heart, okay? Confusion and pain surrounding maternal shit and love, okay? That's probably where the internal conflict is within your own self. And it's reflecting in your experience with someone else. Because I think what you want, this huge stretch of cards right here that came out, we got the Eight of Coins, the Four of Wands, the King of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Lovers, the Four of Swords, the Two of Coins, and the Nine of Coins. I feel like you want someone to make an effort from a completely healed space within, that they're supposed to be healed, right? They're supposed to be the bigger person and be completely healed, and you're supposed to be like this really wise, intelligent, you know, person who sees it all, and you want them to be inspired to nurture you and comfort you and give you everything, and you just want to sit back real pretty in this ideal reality that is not actually the reality, and have some kind of wish reality granted, okay? I think you got mommy issues, okay? I think you got mommy issues. And I think you want everybody else, or expect everybody else to be perfect and healed. Like you're some all-seeing, all-knowing, hyper-analytical energy. You can even be pretty cold and dry, to be completely fucking fair. And you might be angry or frustrated or quick to cut people down. when they try and offer you some kind of understanding, and it's almost like I'm getting this energy of like Pisces can't, when someone else is right, Pisces can't handle it. Nope. And then they go off on their own. Like, no, you're not right. I was. This energy is making my head spin. You got strong Pisces placements in your chart. The issue is internal. The self-sabotage that's underneath of that is internal. Your choices, Emperor energy, when it comes to what you believe love is and what overflowing is, like, that conflict is yours. And if you want to change fate, then you've got to take a leap of fucking faith. You want to change your outcome into something positive, something beautiful, then you have to reinvent yourself and become new. Take a leap of faith on a new you. Sagittarian energy under that. Temperance energy, right? Divine Alchemist. You might be needing to heed the advice of a Sag. God knows, Sag is reading. There was someone who was coming forth, trying to bring a lot of joy, trying to bring forth a lot of soul judgment to be relieved, right? A lot of relieving of soul weight. Knowing what your soul deserves. I think you want someone else to be perfect and fix it. Cater to you, coddle you. Tell you that you could take a break from all this thinking and they'll just be perfect. But God forbid they try and fucking tell you. God forbid. Because if they're fucking right, Pisces has a fucking meltdown. Pisces, I feel like you gotta, I think someone else is right. I think someone else is right. If you've got a twin flame dynamic going on, or you're on the twin flame journey within the self, because it's a divine mirror. Like, yeah, we have divine counterparts, but the mirror is within. That journey is first and foremost that inner journey, that twin flame dynamic within the self, the masculine and feminine within the self. I think you're all masculine, wanting other feminine energies to nurture you and coddle you and prove they love you because you have mommy issues. I think your masculine energy is running rampant and it's not listening to its own feminine energy that needs to heal. Because you have feminine woundings, you have mommy issues, and your feminine cannot be clear and nurture the self and allow the self to make better choices that aren't confused and in pain because you need to heal your mother wounds. I don't care if you haven't talked to your mother in years. I don't care if you have more than one mother. I don't care if you have baby mamas or multiple baby mamas, whatever your mommy wounding is, wherever it comes from. That's what needs to be fucking addressed, because right now you want everybody to feel for you, coddle you, prove to you, love you, and you're not actually doing that for anybody else, because that's where your wound is. That's what's broken. Your ability to check your own wounded heart space. I think you see really clearly how other people hurt you, but you don't see clearly how you hurt other people. That's okay, but you got to work on it. You got to be able to see it. You got to be able to stop, pause, check yourself, realign. This isn't just about saying, well, I forgive my mom. Okay, how did your wounding with your mom, though, or other mothers in your life experience, How did they affect the way you treat people? How did they affect, that wound affect your expectations of people? Because you could say, I forgive my mom all you want. Oh, it's long in the past. I don't hold it against my mom anymore. Or me and my mom have a great relationship now. I don't give a fuck what you say. The fact of the matter is that you have a certain behavior pattern, a certain expectation, or a certain way of being that was developed while that wound was very fucking active, and that behavioral pattern never healed. It's still very present, and you don't see it. Okay? You want people's heart spaces to reach out to you and love you and consider you and make you feel better and be divine medicine. You want divine medicine, you'll get divine medicine, but it's going to taste like shit going down. The divine ain't no fucking Mary Poppins. You want someone to put a spoonful of sugar in your medicine so that it doesn't taste like medicine. So you can pretend that it's not medicine. Nobody's doing that for you. Nobody's doing that for you right now. Okay? You've got to decide that you are your own medicine. Or that you're going to swallow the hard medicine because there ain't no fucking sugar. Maybe you done used it all. Maybe all the sugar's gone. You want to go knock on a neighbor's door, start asking them for sugar. Please, I need sugar. Please. Give me sugar. Help me take my medicine. Your neighbor is out of fucking sugar. Okay? Or your neighbor's a cunt and has sugar but doesn't want to give it to you. Because, you know, maybe you pulled that kind of energy on them before. Or you don't realize how you hurt them. You know what I mean? And they're just like, deal with it. This is not some dream reality fantasy Pisces. This is like real world healing shit. You can't be expecting something from someone and not give it to. You get what you give. You get what you give. If you're not giving it, you're not gonna get it. Doesn't work that way. Okay? That said, guys, that is the check-in. That is the motherfucking check-in. All right, I will have all of the timestamps in the comments. All right, I will have all the timestamps in the comments. You can go back and rewatch your placements, cross-watch other people's placements. Good luck to you. The energies were a doozy. All right. Love you guys. Till next time. See ya.